With summer vacations winding down, many of us are getting mentally prepared to jump back into work or hit the books. Whatever the case, it requires effort to be on top of your game. To get you started, we're going back to basics. Our centerpiece story explores getting the most from your gadgets and a techie teen who is helping people more than twice his age.
It's like simple stuff, but a lot of people don't know how to do it or that your phone could even do this.
Then a major stroke couldn't keep Clyde Butcher from the work he loves. Capturing the watery wilds, the iconic photographer is back with a renewed focus. And a fresh crop of school kids are getting ready to go back to class. Their rite of passage comes with a lot of pre-planning. We'll have those stories along with the latest in our Positively Healthy Medical series. I'm Amy Osher, and this is Behind the Headlines. Hi, I'm Amy Osher. Thanks for joining us. Mastering the latest technology is a must in this day and age. Seems there's always something new and much to learn. Some people find it helpful to get coaching on the basics, but how would you feel if your tutor was too young for a driver's license?
I think the coolest thing is I could be on YouTube just watching videos and then swipe over and then go to, let's say I need to go to email, and then I can go like this and be half YouTube, half email.
When it comes to manipulating gadgets, it doesn't get much better than Aiden Palacio. This 12-year-old techie tween comes armed with everything Apple.
With the new Nike watch face.
Anything he gets his hands on, this middle schooler masters in short order, with no formal training.
Just self-taught. I picked up it when I was in kindergarten, an iPad, and then I knew it from there on out.
It's one thing to enjoy technology, but another to teach it. How do adults respond when they see someone your age showing them what to do?
They're kind of like, you know how to do this? Where have you been the entire time I've been doing this?
That's right, Aiden is leading a study session, teaching a crowd of executives the smarts of smartphones, sharing shortcuts like this one for the dummies among us. Show me that, whatever you were talking about with iMessage.
So you go to message, and I'm going to just go here. Like I go and I press it down, and we have slam, we have loud, we have gentle, and we have invisible ink, which I use a lot. Because you have to like swipe over with your finger. It's really cool. And then for screens, we have balloons, heart, lasers, fireworks, shooting star.
The crowd of attendees at the Naples Accelerator have no problem taking coaching from a kid. Matt Oberski used to be a middle school teacher.
Knowing that a 7th grader is now teaching me, it brings me joy.
When he's not playing around, Aiden is working, spending his summer doing IT at the office.
The iMacs in here that you'll see.
A fresh start is something legendary landscape photographer Clyde Butcher is grateful to have. 3 months after suffering a stroke, he's back with a renewed focus, taking pictures in the swamplands he immortalized. As rugged as the landscapes he famously photographs, Clyde Butcher is not one to sit idly by. 3 months after suffering a major stroke, he's shuffling through the wetlands in search of a scene to snap. With the help of an off-road walker, Butcher is bouncing back.
Unfortunately, at this point in time, it's changed kind of where I can photograph. It's harder for me to get out in the swamp right now. But there's a lot of places I can go with this walker.
He let Daily News reporter Eric Statz join him in a picturesque southwest Florida setting. The area's swamplands are among Clyde Butcher's favorite subjects.
When I first started photographing the Everglades, people were photographing birds and gators. And people had no idea what the Everglades was about. When I first started showing that work, people thought it was the Amazon or Africa. It wasn't like 50 miles down the street, you know. So it's really woken people's eyes up to the Everglades.
Age and health have slowed him down, but the painstaking effort Butcher puts into his photography is nothing new. He recently spent 5 hours in the summer heat capturing just 3 or 4 stills. At this point in his stroke recovery, everything he shoots is digital, something he transitioned to in recent years.
I started probably 2 years ago, and I was never going to shoot film again, but now about a month before the stroke, I decided I wanted to go back and shoot more film. And because there's just something different about film. It's a lot more challenging than digital, physically.
With a lighter load and a comfortable seat, Butcher is free to capture whatever he fancies. The many years he put into his art has taught him patience. You can read Eric's story and listen to his full interview with Clyde Butcher by going to naplesnews.com and searching the keywords Clyde Butcher. While we're getting back to basics, if you're a kid, the new school year kicked off in much of Southwest Florida last week. Remaining counties go back this week. Changing grade levels or schools is a huge deal if you can remember back. Reconnecting with classmates and acclimating to new schedules. Over the summer, a lot of work went into preparing for a fresh crop of students. Across Southwest Florida, students are readying their backpacks with school supplies. Many parents and their kids getting a little help through large giveaways. For 5 years now, the Immokalee-based produce company Lipman has handed out thousands of backpacks to school-aged children. This year, the company upped the ante, giving out 72 bicycles to randomly selected children. School staffers are also getting a handle on the upcoming school year. At Lehigh Senior High School, it means adding more portables to accommodate a larger student body. Being in such a high-growth area, the school is adding more teachers, computers, and class space. Upping the number of portables from 8 to 12 also required widening the walkways to manage the flow. Lee County schools expect to add as many as 2,000 new students this year. That's more than the number of kids who currently fill Fort Myers High. You can read more about Lee's rapid school growth by logging on to news-press.com. Coming up, getting a second shot at staying healthy. Why picking up on the warning signs of diabetes can greatly improve your well-being. Our Positively Healthy report is up after the break.
Life here is amazing, and so is the joint care. At the Total Joint Center at Physicians Regional Healthcare System, we've changed the experience of joint replacement for good. With our comprehensive joint care program, most hip and knee replacement patients return home in just 2 days because we know you want to get on with your active life. Pain-free living starts at Physicians Regional Medical Center, Collier Boulevard, and Physicians Regional Medical Center, Pine Ridge.
Hiring the right moving company is important. Best Moving and Storage is a family-owned and operated business serving Southwest Florida for over 22 years. From our free in-home estimate until the last piece of furniture is in your new place or stored in our climate-controlled warehouse, we treat you like family. Best Moving and Storage is fully licensed and insured, with all of our employees being certified drivers and packers. When it comes to protecting your treasured belongings, choose a company that's experienced and trustworthy. Call Best Moving and Storage today at 239-592-6565.
My name is Steve Unser, and cabinetry is my specialty. I have been creating custom designed cabinetry for 20 years in Southwest Florida, and now I am celebrating the grand opening of our new Naples showroom. Steve Unser Cabinetry will help you design your kitchen, bath, or home office with stunning results, offering the best quality of cabinets with a wide variety of design options and pricing to fit any budget. If your kitchen isn't becoming to you, you should be coming to us. Now, 2 locations to serve you.
It's estimated there are more than 20 million people in this country living with diabetes. Only many of them don't know it yet. And this could be dangerous. In today's Positively Healthy, we look at signs and symptoms that you may have a problem. Nearly 1 in 10 adults in the U.S. have diabetes. As common as it is, many people still don't know the warning signs, some of which are easy to shrug off.
The classic symptoms of diabetes, excess thirst, frequent urination, weight loss if it's more severe.
Blurry vision is another red flag, along with tingling or numbness in the hands and feet, or slow healing of cuts or bruises. Doctors point out other warning signs are less well known.
Sometimes you can see a rash if you're overweight, especially kind of in the neck folds or the armpit area, that we call acanthosis nigricans, which is kind of a black kind of velvety rash in the folds of the neck. Sometimes that can be suggestive of diabetes.
In early stages, diabetes is fairly asymptomatic, so people feel good even with abnormal blood sugars, which is why any symptoms merit testing.
We kind of look at your A1C number, which is kind of that 3-month average of your sugar that kind of lets us know where you start out.
A fasting blood sugar test and oral glucose tolerance test are also used in screening. With timely detection, people can better manage their condition and lower the risk of serious health complications.
I think we're absolutely seeing, the benefits of picking it up early with all the testing we have and getting people in for regular visits. We're seeing a lot less complications with, neuropathy, peripheral vascular disease, eye disease, kidney disease.
Studies find a drop in major complications in the last 2 decades, coinciding with better awareness. And with better compliance, patients are able to improve their health outcomes.
Yes, that they are able to live long, full lives with the disease.
While prevention is always the best course, acting on any warning signs puts patients in the driver's seat. Our reporting team is well past the basics. Here's what they're working on this week on The Beat.
Thanks, Amy. So this week we're going to take a look at Collier County. It's getting set to decide pretty soon now if it's going to finally add air conditioning at its dog kennels at the animal shelter that the county runs. Now, volunteers who've been working there have been asking for air conditioning in these kennels for more than 2 years. It was first brought to light after a lightning strike took out a ventilation system. It really made people realize how hot it can get in these kennels sometimes. And now the county wants to do a study, bringing in an architectural firm. They're going to decide if it's going to be cheaper to add the air conditioning in the old kennels or to just start from scratch and build a new kennel. So we got the money set aside for it in next year's budget, and we're going to see if that proposal moves forward. So find out more at naplesnews.com.
Hi, I'm Ashley Collins. I'm a reporter with the Collier Citizen. This past week I got a chance to speak to Craig Weinbaum, who is a Greater Naples firefighter who I actually did a story on a couple of weeks ago because he made the top 10 in the Hormel Firefighter Challenge chili contest, and he's actually the top 3 now. So he's heading up to New York City on August 23rd to show off his not-so-white chicken chili. For more on this story, visit naplesnews.com.
I'm Harriet Heithouse, arts writer for the Naples Daily News and naplesnews.com. If you are an opera company with a large number of costumes, you have an income in those costumes, but it makes life incredibly tough for your wardrobe mistress, as Judy Hushin knows. We talked to her for a story in today's paper.
Hi, I'm Shelby Reynolds. I'm a features reporter at the Naples Daily News, and this week I talked with 3 Southwest Florida hairstylists. They are stylists at the Artistry Salon in Estero, and they were behind the scenes last month at Miami Swim Week, which is a big fashion event every year in Miami, and they were behind the scenes doing hair of models with millions of followers on Instagram, and they are celebrities in the industry. So I talked to them about their experiences and the Swim Week looks, and you can find that story Thursday in the Naples Daily News.
Last up in the newsroom is Brent Batten with his weekly commentary.
Thanks, Amy. It's time to put an end to the madness. Someone needs to take charge before we're overwhelmed, and I'm just the guy to do it. By now, you've no doubt realized that every single month, week, and day of the year is recognized as some sort of observance, event, or holiday. Most have more than one. Just this last week was National Bargain Hunting Week, National Weird Contest Week, and National Psychic Week, although you probably knew about that one well in advance. There was National Coloring Book Day, National Grab Some Nuts Day, National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day, and National Sneak Some Zucchini Onto Your Neighbor's Porch Day. I'm offering my services as an international clearinghouse for the recognition of special days, weeks, and months. For a small fee to cover things like office supplies and stamps, I'm thinking about $1,000 for a day, $5,000 for a week, $20,000 for a month. I'll bring some order to these occasions. No longer will Thanksgiving and National Vegan Month overlap. Hot dogs and chili dogs will have to share a day, as will raspberry cake and raspberry cream pie. They all have their own days under the present system. I'll also come up with some ground rules for observing the occasions. When to use happy versus when to use merry, for instance. Happy National Underwear Day Sounds better to me than Merry National Underwear Day. One of my first orders of business will be to extend National Newspaper Columnist Day into an entire week. Then maybe I'll declare a new holiday, Merry National Day Day. I'm Brent Batten. Be sure to read my column on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays in the Naples Daily News. Follow me on Facebook, and as always, thanks for watching.
Still to come, some food for thought if you're packing a school lunch. That story is after the break on Behind the Headlines.
It's the final days of Bear's $20 million sell-off. Huge savings store-wide, making way for new collections. Up to 70% off every piece of designer furniture, dining rooms, living rooms, bedrooms, accessories, and more. All at rock-bottom prices. Everything must go. Up to 70% savings and more. Plus a bonus 15% off. All remaining clearance floor samples. Bear's $20 million sell-off. Ends Sunday.
The area's only 30 minutes or less ER service pledge means you'll find less waiting for the care you need. And because we're full service hospitals, a lot more care if you need it. Less waiting, faster care. Only at Physicians Regional Healthcare System.
Is your auto insurance keeping pace with your life? Ask for a AAA Triple Check Insurance Review to see if your current policy is still a good fit. An agent will assess changes in your life, like new vehicles or drivers. Make sure you've got the right coverage and all the discounts you deserve. They'll also see how a AAA membership can round out your protection on the road. Plus, provide roadside assistance, discounts, free services, and vacation extras. Ask for your AAA Triple Check today.
While an active lifestyle may be great for you, it doesn't always sit well with your furniture. Fabrics especially can take a beating from people kicking back with their feet up or coming in from the pool. Good thing today's upholstery can handle the stress. Bear's design expert Alan Wren has more in this week's Inspired Living. Alan, one of our design experts, is going to get us up to speed on fabrics. What kind of role do they play in design these days?
Well, fabrics are always an important part of every home. The rooms we sit in, relax in, and entertain in are usually upholstered rooms.
And it's important, I'm sure, to make the right selections for the right room.
I think it's the foundation of it. If you get a fabric that's going to have the durability and the style that you want for the room, it's an important element.
Speaking of durability, I know how much we do indoor-outdoor entertaining and a lot of very casual living in Florida. What do you have that might hold up to that?
In the last few years, we've really seen a move to bring in fabrics that are called Krypton, that are very durable, very cleanable. They'll have chenille, they'll have a fashion statement in textures and patterns.
Is this an example of that?
And this is an example a little bit more casual. Mm-hmm. The idea that there's a wide range of color styles and textures that are available. They can also be slightly dressier for a little bit of a casual elegance. And the other element we're also seeing is the sunbrella fabrics, which are definitely bringing the indoor-outdoor mentality into the house.
And what are the benefits of these? Are they easy to clean? They hold up in all weather, or what?
Well, the sunbrella fabric, the biggest advantage is you can clean it with bleach and water. It initially started at our pool and on our boats. It is now much more of an indoor fabric, so it's extremely cleanable, very durable, and lets us use lighter fabrics in the home.
I was going to ask if it's comfortable. If you put it inside your house, you expect to relax and feel comfy.
It is a very comfortable fabric. It basically is a solution-dyed acrylic, so even that we have fabrics in our wardrobes that we use acrylic, it's just more durable. And that the cleanability factor and the sun protection, the fact that you can have it near windows, you're not going to have to worry about sun fade.
Sure.
Is a big factor.
Now let's say you have a little more formal area in your house though, and you want to go with something a little more refined. Do you have some dressier fabrics that people are looking at?
Yes, this is an example where we're seeing patterns that in these sunbrellas, there's always our mainstays of the rayon poly, rayon cotton combinations that we use. But these are helping people do a look that they can just feel very comfortable, that they can have multi-generational family members coming in and not have to worry about them in the usage of the room. And it lets you use the lighter colors.
Well, really great tips, and it's great that we can have something that stands the test of time. We can tell where your mind is when you hear the letters PC and think politically correct. Around this time of year, PC can only mean personal computer, and it's what many parents are shopping for. The USA Today Network's Mark Saltzman has a guide to help you get started.
It's almost back to school time, and while kids everywhere may be rolling their eyes, at the very least, it's a great time to upgrade your computer for both work and play. Hey everyone, Mark Saltzman here for USA Today's Surf Report, your weekly guide to what's trending in tech. In this week's written column, I take a look at how to buy a back-to-school PC, divided into various ages. And in this video, we're going to look at 3 recommended features to look for in a new laptop. And I'll use my new laptop as a prop. This is the Dell Inspiron 15 7000 gaming laptop. The first thing you'll want in a new laptop is power. Okay, so even if you're not into gaming, as I am, more power is preferred to future-proof your investment. Buying a computer is a lot like buying clothes for kids. Go a little bigger than you think you need right now so you don't have to replace it so fast. This PC has a 7th gen Intel Core i7 quad-core processor. And for gamers, it has a very powerful NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1050 Ti discrete graphics with its own video memory that isn't shared with the processor. Okay, after power, the second thing you want in a new laptop is a great battery, especially if you're a student on the go. The good news is power and battery life need not be mutually exclusive. With this Inspiron 15 7000 gaming laptop, battery life tops 8.5 hours. That means you don't need to bring a charger with you when you're between classes, heading to a library, the coffee shop, and so on. After power and battery life, the last main feature you want to look for in a new laptop is a great screen, because you're going to probably rely on that one device for both work and play, for both productivity and entertainment. Especially for college-bound students, this is your one device for schoolwork, like cranking out assignments, typing up notes, doing research, and writing essays. But it's also for fun, whether it's watching on-demand movies and TV shows, playing games, flipping through photos, or listening to music. This 15.6-inch black and red laptop has a high-definition screen option or a 4K Ultra HD display, with a glare or non-glare configuration as well. On the audio front, Waves Max Audio Pro provides audio controls and tuning of the speakers and an integrated subwoofer. Finally, a few other things to look for in a new laptop is a comfortable backlit keyboard, ample ports along the side or back of the device. You're going to want fast wireless connectivity and ample storage and system memory, or RAM. The prices start at $749 for this Inspiron 15 7000 gaming laptop. More info is at Dell.com. I'm Mark Saltzman. Thanks for watching this Surf Report video. We'll see you next time.
Before we leave you to enjoy the rest of your day, we wanted to share this short video clip put together by our news press team. Since many of us are getting back into the groove of packing school lunches, enjoy. That wraps up this edition of Behind the Headlines. Thank you for joining us. You can always catch up on past shows by logging on to naplesnews.com. On the left-hand side under Quick Links, select Behind the Headlines. I'm Amy Osher. See you back here next week.